Sermon about Jesus and the woman at the well. Title: The Encounter That Changed Everything. Text: John 4 verses 1 to 42. Introduction. Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful and transformative encounters in the Bible, the encounter between Jesus and the woman at the well. This encounter is a beautiful illustration of God's love and redemption, and it has the power to change our lives forever. The setting. The story begins with Jesus and his disciples traveling from Judea to Galilee. As they journeyed, they came to the town of Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired as he was from the journey, sat down by the well. The woman. It was about noon, and a woman from Samaria came to draw water. Jesus asked her for a drink, and she was surprised that he would ask her, a Samaritan, for a drink. The Samaritans and the Jews did not get along, and they did not share things in common. The conversation. Jesus and the woman began to converse, and Jesus asked her to give him a drink. The woman was surprised that Jesus would ask her for a drink, and she asked him why he would ask her, a Samaritan, for a drink. Jesus replied that if she knew who he was, she would ask him for living water. The woman was intrigued by Jesus' words, and she asked him where he would get this living water. Jesus replied that the water he would give her would become in her a spring of water welling up to eternal life. The woman was amazed by Jesus' words, and she asked him to give her this water so that she would never be thirsty again. Jesus told her to go and get her husband and come back. The woman replied that she had no husband, and Jesus told her that she had had 5 husbands and that the man she was currently living with was not her husband. The woman was amazed by Jesus' words, and she asked him to give her this water so that she would never be thirsty again. Jesus told her to go and get her husband and come back. The woman replied that she had no husband, and Jesus told her that she had had 5 husbands and that the man she was currently living with was not her husband. The woman was amazed by Jesus' knowledge of her past, and she realized that he was a prophet. She asked him where people should worship God, and Jesus replied that true worshippers would worship God in spirit and truth. The outcome. The woman was so moved by her encounter with Jesus that she left her water jar and went back to her town to tell everyone about the man who had told her everything she had ever done. Many of the Samaritans believed in Jesus because of the woman's testimony. The disciples. Meanwhile, Jesus' disciples had gone into town to buy food. When they returned, they were surprised to find Jesus talking to a woman. They didn't dare ask him why he was talking to her, but Jesus knew what they were thinking. The harvest. Jesus told his disciples that the fields were ripe for harvest. He was referring to the Samaritans who were coming to believe in him because of the woman's testimony. Jesus was saying that the time had come to reap the harvest of souls that were ready to believe in him. Conclusion. The encounter between Jesus and the woman at the well is a powerful illustration of God's love and redemption. It shows us that God is willing to go to great lengths to reach out to us and to offer us the gift of eternal life. The woman at the well was a broken and hurting person, but Jesus saw beyond her exterior and spoke to her heart. He offered her the gift of living water, and she accepted it. As a result, her life was transformed, and she became a witness to others of the power of Jesus to change lives. As we reflect on this encounter, let us remember that we too can experience the transformative power of Jesus.